Hi everyone, I'm Sarah B, the OT. Welcome to this chair yoga practice for Samhain, for that turning point between autumn and winter, the very final harvest. We're clearing the ground, clearing the dead leaves, the plants that are now dying back, maybe planning ahead for what will be growing next year. So in today's practice, we'll be making space by opening our hearts to new possibilities, new beginnings, new plans. We'll also be doing lots of forward folds to encourage introspection as we enter this darker, more reflective time of year. If forward folds aren't good for you, if you're someone who gets dizzy doing that, either imagine doing those forward folds with us, or it may be that you do every other forward fold that I offer. It may be that you look at my last year's Samhain video, which is also a chair practice, which doesn't involve forward folds. But look after yourselves, see how you go. To start with, let's make sure that we feel settled into our seat. So sit bones nice and heavy onto the chair, extending with space between the vertebrae, extending the crown of the head up towards the ceiling. Bringing our toes, heels, soles of the feet in deep connection with the ground. Softening between the shoulder blades, softening between the eyebrows. Noticing where the breath moves your body, whether your breath is shallow or deep. Don't worry, just notice. What's your breath doing? Where do you notice it right now? Just see if you can soften into your exhale. Relaxing once more, allowing gravity to support your connection with the earth and with your chair. And we'll come to our very first movement, starting to bring motion into the hip joints. So stepping one foot out to the side and then back again. Noticing how the hips adjust to allow for that movement. See if you can keep them as steady as possible on your chair. Stepping to the side and back again. Stepping to the side and back again. The same leg last time, to the side and back again. Settling equal weight between your sit bones, drawing the crown of the head up once more, softening between the shoulder blades, stepping the other foot out to the side, maybe to about 45 degrees and back again. Trying to keep the hips steady as you step to the side once more and back. And again to the side and back. Last time, stepping to the side and back. Shaking the hands, shaking the feet. Okay, we'll come to start mobilizing, bringing a bit of movement to the vertebrae. So feet under the knees, palms of the hands to the tops of the legs. Inhaling, drawing the sternum forward, tilting the tailbone back. Exhaling, then tucking the chin in, rounding the back, drawing the tummy in. Exhaling deeply. And continuing with your own breath length. As you inhale, draw your chest forwards. And as you exhale, draw your tummy inwards. A few more of these. And then softly drawing the head back to the top of the spine. Nice straight spine. Making sure that you're sitting in your chair so that your feet are flat on the floor. And we'll come to our first forward bend. So inhaling, drawing upwards, creating space. And then folding all the way over your knees. Now you may find you want to come to your forearms here. It's a good option, especially if you are someone who gets dizzy. Try and relax the chin towards the chest. Allow that extension through the back of the neck. If you think you're going to be okay to do so, you might use your legs as a kind of ladder to come all the way down. The hands might Tips of the fingers or the hands might reach the floor. Notice any creaks in the muscles, the bones, as you come to this forward fold. Keep on breathing. You might notice that your breath is more shallow. Notice the inward looking nature of this pose, the soft and the stillness. Keep your hips heavy, drawing back, allowing space through the lower back. And then using your legs as a ladder once more to draw yourselves back up to a straight back. Head nice and light, balanced on top of a straight spine. Make sure you're still breathing. And come to a simple twist, so keeping your knees about hip width apart and keeping your sit bones both steady, turning towards the left and maybe looking over the left shoulder. Just a very gentle twist. Keep the knees facing forwards. Breathing here, just nice and soft, nice and gentle. And coming face forwards. And turning towards the other side. I'm turning towards my right side. Hip bones equal into the chair. Nice straight spine. Maybe looking over your shoulder, maybe allowing your eyes to go right to the edges of your gaze. Then unfurling back to the front. Maybe 1 or 2 cat-cows here, inhaling to your cow and then exhaling to your cat. Let's go again. Inhaling and exhaling. Okay, from here, coming right forward on your chair, see if you can hold on to the back of the chair, drawing the shoulder blades together, sternum up, maybe lifting the chin right up and finding a deeper extension even than in the cow pose here. Notice the opening of the heart for those new possibilities as this new year begins. Okay, then drawing the chin back down, finding that straight spine, staying right on the edge of your chair, keeping the left leg bent, and extend the right foot out. So I've got my heel to the floor and toes up. Shuffling forward sufficiently so that you can maybe have that slightly out to the side. And then folding down first over that bent knee, maybe holding onto that bent knee, maybe bringing your left forearm there. Your hand might reach to the floor, it might not. You could rest it on your leg here, or you could rest it on the bent knee and fold forwards here. Your hand might now reach the ground, tips of the fingers perhaps. Just see how it feels for you. Softening through the back of the neck, drawing the hips backwards onto the chair, keeping your feet strong. You might find that it feels nice to push into that left hand on the top of your knee and to revolve your torso slightly towards that bent knee. Maybe bringing your gaze to look over your shoulder. You might want to keep that hand supporting the knee, or you might feel happy to draw it behind you slightly, maybe looking towards the ends of your fingers. Then drawing that back arm down onto the bent knee. Using your legs as ladders to draw yourself up to that straight spine. Bring the extended leg back in. Just settle, notice, take a pause. Anything you might want to observe, left, right side of your body. How it's feeling to do forward folds, how it's feeling to come back seated again and being upright. Just noticing, deciding whether you want to do the other side, so extending the other leg. So I'm extending my left leg here. Making sure you're right on the edge of the chair, lifting the crown away, up, and folding forwards. First over that bent knee, maybe to your forearms, maybe pausing here, that might be enough for you. You might want to draw your torso over the leg and possibly bring, I've got my left hand now, so opposite hand to the bent knee, pressing into the ground with my fingertips. And I'm using the purchase of my right hand on my right knee to revolve my torso towards that bent knee. Looking behind me, allowing my gaze to go where it falls. You might want to keep using the support of the leg there with the arm for your torso. There may be more forward fold for you, but only go to like 70-80% of your full range of motion. We're not going into a big stretch here. Engaging your legs, engaging your feet, trying to keep stillness, maybe bringing that back arm behind you. It may reach up a little. Find a point of stillness, take a few gentle breaths here. And bringing that back arm round to your bent knee. Gaze down towards the floor, using that bent knee kind of as a ladder as you come back up to centre, lifting the crown of the head up. Good. Okay. So we'll come to a wide-legged forward fold now. So both legs out. I've got, you might keep the knees bent actually, but if you feel stable, you could have the heels to the floor, toes up. Or as I say, just having the knees slightly bent so it doesn't have to be 90 degrees there. Folding forwards. And you might find that it's okay to bring the palms down and to release the head towards the floor, keeping your sit bones firmly on the chair. See how it feels perhaps to draw the heels towards the heel of the hands towards the outside, towards your feet. Bending the elbows here so your fingertips are facing inwards towards each other. And see if that means perhaps with the bent elbows that you can draw yourself further towards the ground. More introspection, this darker portion of the year. Looking inwards, drawing the attention within. Breathing nice and soft. Releasing, making space through the back of the body. Nice, heavy head. And using your legs, maybe coming to your fingertips first. Hand to the thighs, drawing yourself up, breathing here, having a nice gentle couple of rounds of breath, turning your torso towards the left side and maybe folding down over that left leg. The hands might reach either side, you might be on your fingertips, but see if you can relax the head down, it might rest on your knee. If not, maybe the forehead. See if you can soften here. Keeping your hip bones heavy and connected with the chair. And starting to walk yourself up your leg to come and sit straight and tall once more. 2 or 3 soft, gentle breaths. And then turning towards your other leg, so keeping your sit bones and hips facing forwards, revolving the torso once more and folding over the right side this time. Finding where it feels nice this side, making sure that the left sit bone stays connected with the chair. Softening over that leg again, you might find somewhere for your cheek or your ear or your forehead to rest. Softening, relaxing, letting the hips stay heavy and back. Noticing perhaps space being created in the sides of the body with these stretches, as well as in the back of the body. Gentle breaths. Coming to your fingertips, activating your arms, drawing yourself up using your legs as your ladder once more, stepping the feet in towards each other, hands to the tops of the legs, pausing here just a moment. Okay, if you've got the ability to cross your legs. Cross your left leg over your right. It may be that you extend your right leg, cross at the ankles. See if you can cross the leg over. You could also just do the same twist as we did at the start and just come around to the side and then the other way. Left leg over right, drawing the spine nice and tall, turning towards the top leg and looking over your shoulder. Seeing if you can keep the sit bones nice and heavy still. These twists are all detoxifying, cleansing again, clearing, making space for the new, fresh starts. Unfurling to face forwards, changing the cross of your legs, inhaling to draw the spine nice and tall, exhaling to bring your tummy button towards that top leg, maybe using purchase on that top leg to revolve, to twist, looking over your back shoulder there and breathing here, nice and easy, soft and gentle. Keeping the sit bones heavy back on the chair. Although you're turning into the twist, keep that softness, the shoulders away from the ears. Then unfurling to face the centre, uncrossing the legs. And we'll come to our final folding pose now. So keeping your left knee bent, right leg out to the side, taking a breath in. Well, it's extended and slightly out to the side. So only a little bit, maybe not even 45 degrees, but just slightly out to the side. Inhaling, lengthen the back, and then sliding your right hand down that right leg. So it may get to the knee, it may get further down. You might reach all the way to your toes. You might be, if you're used to doing this pose on the mat, you might be used to being able to reach your toes more easily. But let's keep the integrity of the pose by keeping the sit bones solidly, even that back side, that back buttock, nice and connected. So left and right sit bones connecting with the chair, drawing your hand down that right leg and drawing into a revolved pose, so drawing that top shoulder round. So it might not go very far, you might be here, that's okay, so long as you're feeling that twist with this forward fold, this slight forward fold. You might want to have a bit of a bend in that extended knee as well, so don't feel that it has to be completely straight, especially if you're hypermobile. You can always keep a bit of a bend. You could also put that foot flat for a bit of stability. So let's just find a bit of stillness, somewhere comfortable for you. Turning into that revolved position, looking up and back. So this point of transition, we're looking backwards, we're leaning forwards. Saying goodbye to autumn, goodbye to the previous year's efforts, but leaning into this forward focus, planning in the darker months for how we'll spend our energy next year. So first now, revolving back round to face the floor, then using your legs as we have been to move yourself back up into an upright seat. Drawing that right leg in, extending the left leg out. Remember, you can have that foot flat on the floor, you can have a bend in the knee. And then we're going to let that left hand slide down the left leg and allowing that to bring that turn, that revolving of the torso. Following your gaze with the aspect of your shoulders, drawing your right shoulder, that top shoulder back, maybe bringing your chin to look upwards, keeping both sit bones as equal as you can into the chair, and softening, pausing here, breathing. Once more, we're looking backwards with thanks for lessons we've learned from our enterprises last year. As we look into winter, the planning time, we're leaning towards that introspection. Okay, turning the head back to face towards the floor, using your legs to come up to an upright position, drawing the feet into about hip width apart, shaking out the hands, tapping the heels, maybe just swooshing, as it were, technical term, from side to side. We'll do one last heart opener, so the same chair cobra pose that we did at the start. So drawing yourselves to stillness, feet flat on the floor, sit bones nice and connected on the chair, holding onto the seat of the chair, the back of the chair, and then allowing yourself to sort of lean forward, drawing the shoulders back, shoulder blades together, softening between the shoulder blades, the upper back, maybe lifting the chin a little, holding on with your hands to the chair, making sure that you're breathing, but feeling your heart opening to those new possibilities just around the corner. Seeing what you might be looking out for in these winter months. What parts of your life would you like to spend your energy in as we come towards spring? Making space as we have, opening the heart, making space in the heart. Maybe thinking of planting bulbs, seeds, planning the garden, the framework of our lives for next season. Okay, bringing the chin back down, using the purchase of your hands on the chair to draw yourself back, hands to the knees, and then sitting back on the chair so that you can lean back comfortably. You might want to have your feet slightly further forward. You might want to bring a couple of bricks under the feet or a rolled up yoga mat. That's what I've got to hand, just to rest under your feet, just for a little bit more, again, purchase into the back of the chair so you can feel solidly cradled in that support. Cradle your hands in your lap. If you're comfy too, closing down the eyes. And letting that practice go, letting the focus in your body go, softening into the support of the chair, the support of the ground. Maybe letting the eyelids close gently. Pausing here for a moment before we close practice. Lets our body, our mind, our spirit, our breath absorb the healing movement we've just given it. And you can either stay here, or you can gently draw your back from the support of the chair, sitting upright, perhaps bringing your hands, palms together at your heart center. Om Shanti. I wish you peace. Thank you for practicing yoga with me today. I hope you enjoyed it.